Hey gang, Darryl Davis coming here to talk about designing a life and career worth smiling about. I like to talk to you, I happen to be on the side of the road, by the way, waiting to pick up my son from the airport. I thought I'd be productive and talk to you about the power of integrity. Now, when we talk about integrity, we're usually on solid ground with that, right? Like keeping our wedding vows, or on the big things like not breaking the law, So, but what I'm talking about is the little things. The little things is what makes the biggest difference. So I'm going to give you an example of something I'm currently going through, which is I'm refinancing one of my properties. And so I've got this loan officer, really nice person, and they said, we're going to close this week. And then we don't close that week. And so then the next week, we're going to close this week and by this date. And that didn't happen. We're now in the 4th week of closing this week. Now, see, when we say we're going to do something, again, it's on the small things. Like most of us will just accept, well, it's busy, and you have to count on appraisers, or you have to count on this and underwriting, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter, man. When you say to somebody that you're going to do something, at least for me, I see that as you're giving your word, like you're making a promise. It's like a verbal contract between you and the person that you're making that promise to. Now, listen, we can look at it this way. We can say, you know what? People just don't keep their promise. They have others. If they make a promise and other people involved, you can't be held accountable because it's the other person. Well, then don't say it. See, we can be ordinary, you and I, and just accept that people will accept that we don't keep our word and just go through life like that. Or we can do another. We can say, you know what? I'm going to be extraordinary. Who I'm going to be is my word. I'm going to make my promises, and when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to keep it. Now, here's what happens when you say to somebody, I'm going to do something at Thursday at 2:00, whatever, it doesn't matter. I use the loan as an example, but if you're saying something's going to happen, or you're going to be somewhere, or you're going to do something, what you communicate, and you keep it, what you communicate to somebody is, you know what? You're important to me. I respect you, and you can count on my word. Then if you do that again, and you say, I'm going to do something, you're there. Again, you say, listen, you're important to me. You can count on me. I respect you, and I am my word. Now, which would you prefer people to look at you as? Somebody who doesn't keep their word, or somebody who does? I want people to count on me. I want people to know that who I am is my word. Because when you can do that, you build trust with people. You create a good reputation for yourself. In business and in personal life, your connections are stronger. So I'm going to challenge you and invite you to look at keeping your word, looking at everything as you say as a promise to the other person that you're communicating that with. But Darryl, what do you do when there's other people involved, right? Where, like, let's say a loan application. Well, then don't make that promise. Be honest with people, saying, listen, I can't tell you if we're going to close this week because I'm waiting for so-and-so to keep their word. I will follow up with them, and I'm having a trouble with them. They're not communicating or something. But, or how about this? Under promise and over deliver. Like, if you know for sure that we're going to close this in 3 weeks, then say 4. So that way you look like a hero when it's in 3. Anyway, for all my real estate professionals, and this is not just real estate, this is life, but all my real estate professionals, if you want to attract more business, if you want to grow your business more successfully, you don't need to get a better website. You don't have to do more mailings. You don't have to work harder. You just keeping your word will have you shine, because so many people don't. I hope this helped you. Have a wonderful day. And of course, don't forget to keep smiling.